I've been saved all day, and I'm glad. I've been saved all day, and I'm glad. I've been saved. We up here trying to
oh my God, have some devotion.
And that's a church
have
fan.
some devotion.
That was the fan for the church.
And usher in the presence of God. And here come that
the
devil.
only usher I know is Usher
Every
famous.
single time you try to do something for the Lord.
You know what happens.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kingz and Konversation. What's your name?
My name is Mocha.
And who are you?
I'm Mocha's friend.
And what is Mocha's friend's name?
Enrique.
And I'm Mike. And welcome back to another episode of Crazy Kingz
in Konversation.
But we're so excited. We have been filming all day. We've had a great time. But now we need to talk about what's going on. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to put it out there?
No.
You want to put it out there, Mo?
I got the words real.
Kingz in Konversation.
Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
Time for hateration. It's a celebration.
Hey.
That's what it was. Mike wrote it.
Mike wrote that.
Y'all are nuts. Okay. Right. Okay, so we got to talk about a couple little hot topics that are going on in our country. They're actually very serious. So that's why we're laughing, because we got to talk about some serious shit. So we're going to start this off with Megan Thee Stallion deciding to come clean about who actually shot her. How did y'all feel?
Is it my turn?
Yeah. It's your turn. Go ahead, Mocha. I mean, let them have it.
When I tell you, I am so pissed. I want to say it. I want to say it exactly the way I rehearsed it in my mind, because I want to get this out.
Go ahead, Mo.
Megan is a strong black woman. Right. Okay, she's very, very sexy. Mm-hmm. She's a boss bitch.
Yes, definitely.
And that could work in her favor, and it could work against her, because you know she's empowering. Right. But black men, a lot of black men, they don't see it as that. Right. You know, they see it as a threat. Right. And they treat her the way white men treat them.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's very true.
They treat
black women,
black men in general, not all of them. Right. But some of them, that's how they treat our queens.
That's very true.
You know, they are the queens of the universe, mother of the earth.
Right.
Megan is not a snitch. She's a woman.
Wow.
And here's the thing. This woman tried.
Yes, she did.
To live by the street code.
Yes, she did.
To protect her and him. She never said anything. Right. Now, you'd have shot me in both of my feet, and yet I'm still going to be quiet. I'm still not going to tell the police what happened. I'm still going to keep us protected, yada, yada, yada. She did that.
Yes, she did.
And now you're going to turn around and play in my face and disrespect me. And according to Megan.
Right.
According to Megan.
Right. She
said he disrespected her, and he had his people.
Right. His PR.
Disrespecting her. So you mean to tell me you done shot me in both of my feet, and I ain't said nothing? I ain't snitched on you or nothing, and then you go turn around and disrespect me and have your people?
Right.
And then when I turn around and get tired of the shit and I want to go ahead and come forward and say, you know what, since you want to play this game, let me just go ahead and put you out. Now all of a sudden I'm a snitch. No, that's a woman that's tired and fed up.
Right.
Yeah, because I think she literally said that it was reported she stepped on glass.
Because that's what she said at first.
And when she went to the doctor, according to Megan, I have to keep saying it because I don't want to report
Right.
anything. They said they found bullet fragments in her foot, and that's when she was acting like, oh, wow, bullet. You know, like she didn't know.
Like she did.
She was trying her best to hold on. Now, excuse me. When I saw the video that she posted, and the reason why I sent it to y'all was because I was actually in Walmart when I saw it. Mm-hmm. And I had to stop walking down the aisle and watch it because I became infuriated as I continued to listen to her. And when she started saying things like she was fearing for her life, she was fearing for his life, that we're black people. And at this point in America, the plight that we're going through as black people is so severe and so meticulous, that you have to be strategic in your moves.
Yes.
And her being a superstar, she could have easily said, this man shot me.
Right.
But she thought instantly in her moment, I'm a black woman, I could die. He's a black man, I'm not trying to kill another brother. We don't know what this police gonna do.
Right.
And people aren't speaking positive on that aspect. They're more concerned about her saying that he did it.
Right.
But again, as we keep saying, it's according to her story. So I don't want nobody saying, well, y'all don't know the truth. None of us know the truth because none of us were there. Only people know the truth is Megan, the security guard, Tori, and Megan's friend.
Right.
Those are the only people that know the actual truth of what happened. But speaking on what they spoken on, y'all should be uplifting her for the fact that she was embracing and endearing enough to cover this black man, to not sacrifice another life.
Right.
And that she held on to that for dear life until he and his team did what they did. So I was infuriated because, like, you can hear it in her voice.
Right.
I don't care what nobody's saying. You can always tell when a person is lying when you're listening to them and you're looking at them. Right. You're going to get some sense. And I was so angry at the fact that she had to come forth in that manner because they were trying to throw her under the bus. Right. And trying to make it seem like she did something wrong.
Yep. Before you say something, Michael, have y'all noticed, I know y'all have, it's more of a big deal that she snitched than him shooting her. Like, really?
I agree.
This is a man that has shot a woman.
I agree.
Twice.
I think that her not being able to tell the police from jump speaks volumes of what is going on in our country. She said, I didn't want to tell them that I got shot and that there's a gun in the car because they could have killed me. They could have killed anyone in the car, you know. And so I completely understand. If Tori has done this, and I believe Megan, I believe her. If Tori has done this, that was foul. And I think it is ridiculous how the community, the music community, some of the guys are treating her. They feel like, you know, you're supposed to live by street code, but you can only live by street code so much to where it's now affecting you. Her talking about an attempted assault or an actual assault against her is not snitching. At the end of the day, she's speaking her truth about what has happened. Now, let me tell you where I had an issue, because we talked a little bit about this in our production meeting, but I wanted to save this for our show. The only issue that I have with Megan is that her word specifically was, and I didn't do anything. I have such an issue with that, only because there had to be something done on your part to cause a reaction. Now, being balanced, let me say this. There is nothing that girl could have done that caused her to deserve to get shot. But to say you done nothing is not the truth. Then she later came back around and said, everybody in the car was arguing. Well, what did that argument look like, Megan? And not saying that an argument should have led to someone getting shot. But you cannot say you did nothing. You can say, what I did, I didn't deserve to get shot. That's truth. But you can't say you done anything. And so I think when we look at what you just said, Mocha, about how many times black men are treating black women the same way that white people treat us, that all comes from that slave master mentality, because religious world teaches you that a man is over a woman, and that's not the truth. The actual truth is women are way more powerful than men. Women are the real energy on this earth. Women are the life givers. Women are the strong ones. Women are the supporters. And to all of our women who are now watching Kingz and Conversations, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it took us a minute to get out of the gay sector to start moving into the heterosexual female sector, because they are the ones with the power.
That's right.
Everything in the world is based on women.
That's right.
TV is based on women. Clothes is based on women. No matter what it is, female influence has to be there. So I agree with you all on the fact that it was such a tragic event. It never had to go that far. I don't care if she said your mama is a bitch. You don't shoot nobody over that. I don't care if she was in his face saying da-da-da-da-da. You don't shoot nobody over that. But to say you done nothing makes it sound like you were sitting there quiet And that just wasn't reality. So that's all. How else do y'all feel about this subject?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and honestly, all the rappers that are coming against her, y'all dead ass wrong. Y'all dead ass wrong. Dead ass wrong. Y'all should be siding with this black woman. But you know what? In this country, we don't value the lives of black women. Because if it was Kylie, y'all know I don't care for all of them that much. Then one of them Kardashians that was shot, Tory, would have been either killed or already in, am I lying?
Under the jail.
He would not have seen the light of day ever again. But because it was a black girl, a beautiful, beautiful chocolate black girl who I just love so much, they didn't care.
And the sad part about it is that the black men are not even batting for her.
Right.
They're doing the same thing that the white men would have done.
Exactly. And that's sad. So, Megan, we definitely wish you the best. We're looking forward to what is going to come after this. You are strong. You are resilient. And you know, her going live put her life at risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beyond getting shot. Now, she really has to watch her back.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So, Megan, we wish you the best. We're going to still support you. Keep your WAP going. And we got you. And we here at Kingz and Konversation, we love you. All right? So the next subject we need to talk about, which I'm absolutely disgusted that we need to even mention, is about the shooting of an unarmed black man in Wisconsin. How long have we been doing Kingz and Konversation? It's been months now.
Yeah.
We started off talking about the killing of an unarmed black man.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about it to this day.
Yeah.
Thank God for cell phones. How did y'all feel when y'all saw that?
So, for me, I kind of had some of the same feelings that Mocha expressed in our production meeting. I wish she would have complied.
Right.
Only because maybe the outcome would have been a little different. I still feel that it was unjustifiable.
Right.
Because if you ask me to stop and I don't, then shoot me in the foot, shoot me in the leg, shoot me somewhere to immobilize me so that I cannot move or slows down my movement.
Right.
You don't have to wait until I get in the car and shoot me 7 or more times
in the back. Right.
Because even if you decided to shoot me in the back, and this is not saying that shooting someone in the back is right, one time is all.
One time.
You literally unloaded your clip because now you're angry.
Exactly.
And that was anger.
Exactly.
It wasn't justifiable. It wasn't justice. It wasn't ethical.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel, Mike?
There is a sickness in America right now.
Right.
There is a really, really, really powerful sickness in America right now as it involves white and black. Yeah. For some reason, and I don't know why, and I've been trying to figure it out, but for some reason, they just think that it's just okay to just kill.
Right.
It's a shame that we live in a type of culture to where you say, hey, if you get pulled over by the police, don't move, throw your hands up in the air, don't talk back, don't breathe, don't fart, don't scratch, don't sneeze.
Right.
Or they're going to kill you.
Right.
You know, it's a shame that we live in that type of culture right now. Honestly, and I said this before, I just feel helpless because as a black man, and if someone was to come to me and say, okay, why is this going on? What do we do? If I had a son, he was like, Dad, why are they killing us? What do we do to stop it? I don't even know what to tell them because for some reason there is just this sickness in the air that has white people thinking that they can just kill us and they shoot us like we're just like deer.
Right. Ready to be hunted. You're right.
And I don't understand. I'm really crying out here because I don't understand why.
Right.
Like if there was some type of, like, there's never a reason to kill, of course, but Like, what just makes you feel like you can just do that? Right. What has given you that boldness?
Years of same behavior.
Exactly. And then now to have a racist in the White House who promotes hate and fear and all of these other vile emotions. Anytime you have a president, which I don't consider him that, anytime you have someone in the White House that says when people are marching with hoods on and ready to burn and they're marching in the name of, racism, and you say that there's good people on each side, how ignorant, how crazy, but you play into the propaganda that white people are superior. And evidence have shown that that is not the case. And yet we still go on. Dwayne Wade tweeted this today. He said, "We love a country that does not love us back." And that's really where we are. Now, and I'm going to close this portion, from the psychological standpoint, I know if I get stopped by the police, I go immediately to yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm very cautious, right? Which my mama taught me a long time ago when she didn't bail me out to not deal with the police. I sat in jail 5 months, right? So I don't deal with the police. But my mind goes to what was his psychological state to where he didn't listen when they were telling him to stop. He kept walking. Now, that wasn't right. I give you that, Candace, because I know your people be watching us. So I give you that. He should have listened. However, what was the emotional state or the psychological state of that man at that point? This is the number one reason why I don't think that the police need to be defunded. What I believe is that the police need to have a higher level of education before you can apply to be a police officer. Do you know that to work at McDonald's, if you're 16, you can work as long as 14, 15, 16, whatever, as long as you got to work a permit. A high school diploma is all you need to be a manager at McDonald's. A high school diploma is all you need to be a police officer. How in the world can you give someone a gun and send them through 9 months of police academy and then give them that much power? They don't hardly got no education. All they know is what you taught them. They don't know nothing about sociology, psychology, economics. All they know is that they got a gun. So when you make me mad, I can kill you. So what I believe that needs to happen, I don't think they need to defund the police. I think they need to fire everybody who's education, who will not go after higher education. And I think you should have a master's degree at least to be a police officer. Just like you cannot be a doctor without a PhD.
But the reason why there is no schooling for it or no degrees in it is because the police system was never set up for that.
It was exactly.
It was always set up to, it set up after slavery.
Exactly. So. It was called the slave patrol.
Yeah.
That's where they got it. What were we going to say?
I was going to say a lot of guys, especially guys I went to school with, I heard them say they wanted to be police officers just to have a gun.
See?
Just to be able to say, I'm a police officer. So it does need to be some level of education that goes along with that.
I agree.
Because the requirements for being a manager at McDonald's, and I'm not putting down McDonald's
right.
by no means, but the requirements for being a manager at McDonald's and the requirement for being a police officer should not be equivalent.
Exactly.
Should not be equivalent.
Exactly. Right. And it's unfair to give people power without process. Because I don't know what type of Napoleon complex you grew up with. Mm-hmm. I don't know what type of emotional scars you got.
How many people bullet you?
Exactly.
Right, all that.
And now you want to use that. And then we say, well, not all police officers are bad. No, that's true. Not all police officers are. I got a couple who I love. One of my really, really, really good friends, Sir Anthony. I won't say his last name. Sir Anthony, who lives in Chicago. He's a police officer. He loves people. I know his heart. I know him. But everybody's not like him. And for the people, and well, he is educated, but the people that have not shown to put forth the effort to continue their education, to me, they need to be fired.
All right? I agree.
Because this keeps happening, and it's just ridiculous. So, our final topic is about this upcoming election.
Ooh. You know what? I am so not a politics man.
Right.
But one thing I know is that life
depends
on this election. Oh my God.
Because we don't even know if we'll be here if 40 what is number 46 minus 1 stays in the White House.
Mayor Trump's uncle.
Damn.
So we gonna start calling him. Yeah.
So what I loved about the Democratic National Convention was the love and the energy that I felt from every speaker. First Lady, Michelle Obama. There is no one like that woman.
I'm not gonna say a lot, but I did watch it. She motivated me and empowered me in ways that I didn't know that she could do. Like, she lit fires in me.
Yes.
She gave us a history lesson.
Yes.
She, spoke out against 46 minus 1.
Yes.
Flat-footed.
I love that.
Straight out, straight
Yes.
up. It is what it is type
Yes.
situation. And then last but not least, after all of the empowering and encouragement, at the very end, she gave a warning.
She sure did.
That's what stuck with me harder than anything. She said, your life depends on this.
Yes, it does.
And I didn't know whether to be scared or to just jump out of my bed and run to every door in my complex and say, we gotta vote, we gotta vote, we gotta vote, we gotta vote, we gotta vote.
Right.
Because I really feel like that. I really feel like
It's the truth.
The next 4 years, if that thing is back in that house, and she said it. She said, if you think you're going through hell now,
she said, if you think you can't get any
worse.
worse.
Yeah,
she
that's
said
what she
it
said.
definitely can and it will.
It definitely can
Yeah.
and it will.
The one thing I absolutely love about Michelle Obama, and I want to say this because I think a lot of people think that black people side with her because she's a black woman.
Mm-mm.
I don't care what color she is, what color she could have been, if she was a man. If those words were coming out of another person, they would still be just as potent as they are.
Exactly.
The one thing I admire about her is her relatability,
Right.
her authenticity,
Right.
and her willingness to not sugarcoat. She's not one of those people that even when she was first lady and she did the video with Missy and all, she's just one of those people that, okay, I just happen to be here.
Right.
And I happen to have this power, but I'm still human.
Like, I'm still Shell.
Right. I'm still human. And I think I can identify with that because being in the lifestyle that I am, a lot of people meet me and they say, oh my God, you're, and I'm like, I'm just, and I'm still this tangible person. I'm still this down-to-earth person. I'm still this human that has to walk the same path that you do, and she does the same exact thing. I want you to understand that I'm not green. Right. I'm not thinking that I'm better than you. We all in this together, and that's why I love Michelle Obama's delivery because everything is right here. Like you can touch it, you can see it, you can feel it, and it's so dumbed down but still intelligent.
Exactly. That everybody could understand it. Another person who I enjoyed was Mrs. Biden. I thought the way she talked about her husband and how that experience of them all coming together through the loss of his first wife and his daughter, and how God sent her to their family to help them build. That's what I'm talking about. And I always hear, Republicans who respond to us here at Kingz in Konversation, and they're like, oh, you all are leftists. No, I'm not a leftist. I'm actually an independent. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican because I do believe in some Republican values. What I do not believe in is Donald Trump as president. Can I tell you what I believe in Donald Trump as? A hotel owner. I believe in him as a golf resort owner. You get what I'm saying?
See, I believe in him as a spoiled ass brat that has been entitled or has a sense
very
of entitlement and is trying his best to prove Daddy, I'm good.
So
that's what
honestly, he must have a small dick because of the things that he be doing. I'm just being honest. He has to because the things that he be doing, he just goes overboard. Yeah. Remember when the guy asked him, said, well, there's been, I think at that time, 130,000 deaths. What was his response? It is what it is. How ignorant of you. How crazy of you. When people have lost parents and loved ones and sons and daughters, and you get your white ass on TV and say, it is what it is.
Because that's the newest line. And he wanted to be relative. The thing that y'all aren't looking at, and one of the things that my best friend pointed out, and when he said it on his Facebook story, his Insta story, I laughed because I'm like, that's the one thing that people are missing. Okay. So when you look at Donald Trump's face, he has a face that is very pouty. So you can tell he's a spoiled ass brat. Right. Because all of he's very pouty. If you look at Melania's face, yesterday I think when she and it looked very programmed. Mm-hmm. You have to.
She don't even like him.
No, you have to look at people. Wanted to be a psychiatrist. I studied a bit of psychology, and looking at people's behavior patterns and looking at their body language.
That's right.
You can figure out a lot of things about them. And if you look at the both of them, it ain't right.
And I honestly will say this again because me and the boo was watching Vanessa Williams last night. Our country owes Vanessa Williams an apology because her crown, and I know it's been brought up before, but I'm going to say it again. Her crown as Miss America was taken because of some photos, but then y'all put some white heifer, yes, I said it,
not white.
Well, whatever the hell she is, in the White House after her nude photos, and she get to be the first lady? Hell, make Vanessa Williams the first lady for all that, because that's not fair. We owe so many people apologies. White people think they can get away with so much shit. And it's sad. And not all white people, because there's some white people out there that believe Black Lives Matter. There's some white people out there that can't stand Trump, just like we can't either. And they're really for right. Y'all get what I'm saying? But when we have these people in power and position, we have to vote these jokers out. Not only do we want to vote them white racist jokers out, I want to vote these black racists out as well. What was that man's name from Georgia? Vernon somebody talking about, I'm a lifelong Democrat, and I'm a black man. So you probably wondering what I'm here at the Republican convention for. Nigga, we knew who the hell you was when you walked out. I could not stand seeing someone being paid by this man just to speak because of the color of his skin. You're a sellout, and we here in Atlanta don't like you.
The one thing and I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually going there.
Down.
I don't remember the young lady's name with the long extensions. And she said that so many blacks have been brainwashed to think that being black, you have to be Democrat. And yeah, I can't remember her name. I don't remember her name because, again, I don't follow politics like that, but I was trying to watch as much as I can because y'all know I've already voted, so I wasn't really trying to, I don't need to hear nothing else. But I think that we have to stop using the terms black and white. And we're going to have to stick with Democrat and Republic to take the color out of it because that's what they're trying to make it, a race war. We know that it is, but we have to take those words out and make it Democrat and Republic, right and wrong, or stronger policies, those type of things. We have to be selective in our verbiage because when we keep saying, because if you white people, people are looking at it in that manner and they're saying, that's why he said what he said, and I'm a black man. You're an ignorant person.
Yes, you are. Who got paid? And I hope you bought your wife a house. I hope you put money in the bank.
Do you think that much?
No,
exactly.
No, you know what I believe? I believe they paid him 6 figures to do it. But see, the fact that they had to pay you to do this shit, I'm not saying that other people don't get paid, but the fact that they would have to pay, that's racist.
It's oppression.
That's racist. And so listen, I'm tired of talking about them. This is what we need. We need everybody to vote early. Do not wait until November 3rd. Vote as soon as you can. Don't wait. You've already voted, right?
I have.
Your vote has been counted.
Yes.
Who did you vote for?
Well, at that time it was just Biden.
Oh, okay.
Now that he's selected
his black female.
I do want to talk about that though. So I had a conversation.
I know I'm being real ignorant today, but
I'm loving it.
No, you're being my.
And I'm just standing, and I'm just sitting there, just like, yeah.
So I had someone to call me yesterday, a friend of mine who lives in Little Rock, and he asked me if I thought that Joe Biden had made a mistake by picking Kamala Harris. And he didn't think that it was a mistake, but he wanted to know my views because, of course, people always reach out to me to find out what I think. And I told him I was on the fence about it because people are so ignorant in the fact that they can't get past their own mindsets to understand the bigger picture.
Right.
And so many people are mad at her for prosecuting black men for doing crime.
Right. Right.
So to be mad at someone for doing their job, it's like you coming to, as we said, my McDonald's.
Exactly.
And you want fries, and I put salt on your fries. You may not have wanted salt, but that's how you ordered it. You just said fries.
You didn't
you
say.
Go out and do this crime, I have to prosecute you because that's something you did. And you can't say I did this crime. Right. You can't say that I did this crime because of you did the crime. I have to do my job, which is to prosecute you. So if you don't feel that she's justifiable in doing her job, then you have to think logically about you doing your job. So again, going back to the conversation, I told him I was on the fence because so many people, more people are ignorant and more people are closed-minded than people who are going to be thought-provoking and think about it. Bigger picture. Donald Trump has been in office for 4 years. He's proven what he can and cannot do. Why not take that chance on Biden and Harris and let them show you what they can or cannot do?
Right.
But we already know what Donald Trump can and cannot do. So what I'm saying is if you're going to give him another 4 years to continue to do what he's doing, then if it's a hole, it's going to continue to be deeper.
Right.
And if you don't think it was a hole and it was just minuscule, it becomes maximum.
Right.
So I'm just saying, at least take that chance. Because not taking the chance, you'll never know.
Exactly. And then you're going to put us deeper into a hole than what we already are.
But I use that because some people feel like we're not in a hole.
Right.
So I want to make sure everybody who's watching can understand that this conversation is a conversation of 3 different opinions, and then what you guys watching is your opinions as well. So I don't want to make it seem as if we're pushing them. Right. I don't make it seem as if we're saying do what we do.
Well, I am pushing.
You can't make.
They're not pushing. So they're the holy and saved ones.
No.
I'm pushing.
No, he pushing too.
We cannot put that clown back in the White House anymore. So let me say this: let us vote early. Kamala Harris did her job. Period. We can get mad about it, but now she's in a position to where she wants to change marijuana. Oh, shots I'm on seat. Oh, God, I felt the... Oh, y'all got to pray. Hold on. Don't talk about myself. She wants to help legalize marijuana. No, come on now. And help fix some of the things. She could only do what was in the law. And I believe that this is going to be a great team. So let's get out and vote. Let's make sure that we don't wait till the last minute because anything can happen on the 3rd. We don't know what 46 minus 1 going to plan. So vote early. Do your mail-in ballots. Do the work. Make sure you do what you need to do. We cannot allow this man to get back in this office.
And
okay?
Stop thinking that your voice cannot be heard.
Because it is.
So many of y'all say that ignorant shit, and I'm going to say that I'm trying not to cuss.
Oh, I cusses.
But so many of y'all say that you cannot.
You fired up.
Yeah, I am too. But so many of y'all say, I'm not voting because they're going to cheat, they're going to this. How in the do you know?
Right.
If you don't try.
That's right.
Like if you're sitting on your butt and then things don't happen, you can't say, well, I knew that was going to happen. Right. You don't know nothing because you weren't there. You didn't put your votes in. You didn't place those ballots out there so that we could try to make a change. Now, if all of America voted and then we came back and it was like, okay, look, I know this whole country voted for so-and-so and so-and-so, and then so-and-so won. Now you have a leg. Right. It's the same thing I said about COVID. Put your mask on, put your gear on, put your sanitizer on, stay in the house. If it does not change, then you have validation to argue. But you can't argue if you're not willing to make a change.
Exactly. Right. Got to do the work. So listen, here at Kingz Konversation, we absolutely are pushing.
You all right?
Let the Lord,
get mad about it.
Let the Lord use you. The anointing is on you. But we have to wrap it up because we've been filming. But I want to just say, please go out and vote. Please make sure that you vote for the candidate that you believe in. But remember the current state that we're in. And as our First Lady, because she is still my First Lady.
Always.
Down. I'll do Miss Biden too. Yeah. But First Lady Michelle said, if we don't think that things can get worse, they can and they will. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We want to hear your comments, even from some of you Republicans. We want to hear from you, all right? Just all we ask that you do is keep it respectful. All right, everybody. Talk to you later.
See y'all later. Bye.